So today we want to inspect the 370Z from the cameraman because he has some noises when he released the clutch pretty fast, and that we have to check to remove the noise. Super tight. I'm checking for noise, so when we rip the car and we let the clutch jump from second to third or any gear, we have a noise in the rear back side, called like tunk, something like that. That I'm searching for. So these we changed by the last time. Koppelstange, suspension, no, suspension bar, I don't know. Don't make the noise. Problem. Broken bushing that connects the rear transaxle to the rear axle. Shit. Okay. But we found it. You know what I want to see? Your car without any oil underneath. And if I see all you up there, I'm leaving. Sweet. Marco, it's so nice and clean underneath. What an awesome guy cleaned your car from underneath. You? Me? I'm thinking about to make the exhaust a little bit higher so you don't scratch here anymore. Hope you do it. I cut it off here. Make it 1 centimeter or maybe even 2 shorter, and then I weld it back on. And that makes that you cats attrappen go a little bit more higher, and then you have here less space in between. Or we can search if we can find some flex pipes. They are not round, they are oval. So you have the same size but different form, and that means you have 1 or 2 centimeters more space, because these will break any day. For the amateur welded, I can weld better like that. And I'm wondering why they have 2 of these. Normally you have 1 per side. So this is soon broke. Makes your car sounds nicer. If that is already broke. Yeah, this. We have to change it. I think something like that would be fitting there, but they are maybe too long. That's too small. That's too big. If it was broke, I had the flex pipe, and that was so fucking loud, and I don't want to know how loud your car is without any exhaust. Key! Girl! Today we have to change the rear axle for the transmission, the bushings, because one bushing is broke, so we bought all three, because then we changed all of them and we bought the better one, so it doesn't happen again. For that we have to put out the crankshaft, the drive shaft, we have to put out the rear part of the exhaust, we have to put out the transmission. So a lot of shit to do, but we will do it. Here, that's the new bushings. That's the two for the front. They're sitting like here. And that one is that will make us some problems, because that is inside the rear axle. So we have to put the old out. Normally you have to press it out, but we will drill some holes and cut the rubber out. And then is a metal ring inside that is from the old bushing. By the new bushing we don't need it anymore, so I had to cut the old metal ring and then to bend it out, and then I can hammer it out. But that's a little bit tricky, but we had everything what we need. We have all the special tools here. So that should be all the stuff that we need to press that one inside to the rear axle. Let's do! So like last time, that is the bushing that we have to change. I don't know if you can see it. And here. But for that we have to put out the exhaust. Then we have to put out the drive shaft to the wheels. I still don't know how it goes from the transmission to the wheels, the shafts. I will call it wheel shaft. Yep, that's it, wheel shaft. Now you learned something from the stupid German guy. Has that triangle to go off? You know that? Did you saw it on the video?
Yes.
It has to go off?
Mm.
Wow. So we put the exhaust out, as you can see, and Marco cleaned the exhaust with some nitro. That smells funny. And I put the crankshaft out in that time, or I opened this side from the crankshaft. So here it's open, and that should be enough for us. And because here are the ABS rings and the ABS sensors, and I don't want to put the ABS sensors out because mostly they will break. But the Nissan engineerings are smart, so they put the connectors pretty close. So I just have to open the connectors and yeah, put it out. That's it. Here the first is off. Now I have to take the second off. If I can reach it properly. There you go. So, because now I don't have to touch the ABS sensors, and as a mechanic, if possible, you never will touch the ABS sensors because they break so easily. Okay, now we will disconnect the rear shafts. I like the rear shaft. And then we are already finished to drop it. Yeah, that is not too bad. Ah no, we have to put the Stabi out. Stabilisator. I don't know why, but this one can manage it better. To have no rusted bolts than, I don't know, Audi, BMW, Mercedes. I had more rusted bolts on a Lamborghini like on a Nissan. Think about that. I really have to say I love it. Not on the gateway. You're like a brother. So now I unplugged the rear shafts. I still like it, but get used by that. I unplugged the oil line on the top. Here I unplugged the ABS sensors. I unplugged the drive shaft. And now I have to put out the Stabi. And I think I have to put it out completely to a few more space to put it down, and it's so we don't get stuck somewhere, so we put it out completely. So let's see these four screws, very easy. And then we have to put it out here on the what was the name? Koppelstange. But that should be okay too. Yeah, so let's go. So now we are finished to take out the transaxle. We had to grab the car on different points because I don't like the normal points where the two metals connect and then you should lift the car there. Because I saw it a million times, if you do it there, the sealing between the metal will break and then you have to rust in between the metal, and I saw it a million times. And that's the reason why I don't like it to lift cars there. So I normally go on the chassis frame, but on the rear side I can't. So I grabbed it here on the rear axle, what is fine also. But then I realized I had to take out the triangle, this one. It goes from here and here. It goes in a triangle to here. But I grabbed the car here, so we had to put it down. And now we had to grab it on the original lifting points that I don't like, but for now I have to do it. Yeah, that cost us a little bit of time because the car is so short and so low. So it was a freaking project to lift the car on the original points. Yeah, but we did it. Yes, we lifted the car. Are you proud about me, Mom? I lifted the car. Okay. That's gonna be a heavy work now because I think that little big boy will weight, I don't know, 30, 40 kilos. Something like that. So now you have to put away the camera and help me. Be useful. Okay, our great camera from our great cameraman, it stopped filming for no reason. So you missed it, how we put out the differential, but it was not so bad. We had here this holder, so I pushed the differential all the way up so I could open the last screw. Marco was holding it in that time, but it doesn't move. And then when the last screw was out, I opened it, then I dropped it on the floor. We was holding it together, and then we had to take the differential, go in front a little bit down so we could pass the crankshaft, and then it was still holding here with this bolt. So the camera died again, this time it was the battery. So we had it, and we had to put the differential in the front a little bit down, and then it was still holding on the bolt here that goes through the bushing, the broken bushing that we want to change. And then we just have to pull it a little bit out, and then it was free. But it's heavy as shit. It's so small, but it's pretty heavy. But yeah, that's how we took it out. Heavy little bastard. Put it upside down to smack the bushings out, huh? If I see it right. So now we have to smack out the old bushings. Hammer time! Hammer time! That on fucking YouTube when I read the instructions. You scared, mother? Go to church. Hi Milan. So now we have to drill around the rubber so we can smack the rubber out, and then we have to cut the metal ring, and then we bend the metal ring, and then we can smack the metal ring out. Now we have the rubber out. So we put the rubber out. Now we have to smack the metal ring out, and that goes raw manpower. Oh, of course you have to feel it. That's a fucking angle to hammer this shit. Fuck. Oh. Really? So every time when I hurt myself, you have to like it or just subscribe. Man, we gotta be famous. Every time when I hurt me, we got billions and billions of followers. 3, 2, 1. Did you hear the cat outside? I hope the camera catch that. That would be hilarious. 3, 2, 1. Ray was saying it has to face that direction. No, I said the place where the bushing should be in. So I remove all the rust, I remove all the tiny metal that stands out that could damage the new bushing. Okay, now you can see that is my setup. It's pretty simple. I just need a long screw. I put 2 big washers on both sides, 2 nuts on it, and now I screw it together. So I will fix it by screw it. That's nice. Yeah. And when the bushing is standing on this plane, on this side, then it's on the perfect position. So it's easy. Normally, what should go wrong? Why is it so long? Come on.
That's what she said.
Two idiots with the same idea. So I need the big washer to put the bushing in. So it has the big connection point, so it can go stuck and damage anywhere. Now we have the problem that the bushing has to go more in, so I can't use that now. Today in the noon, when we was to my company to pick up some stuff, I was thinking about it, and I picked up this little thread, and it's pretty nice, so I can put it directly into the washer, running into the bushing, and now we have to do it again. Screw that nut. So now we put the new bushing. It has to be flush with these parts from the axle. That's it. We just needed, I don't know, 1.5 hours for that because the tool wasn't as good. But we finally did it. That's the most shittiest part. And now we have to put everything back together. Let's pray that the car doesn't make the noise again. Otherwise we have to research. But we saw it was broke, so it has to be these bushings. The rest of the bushings are fine, and we changed 2 more bushings, so I'm pretty sure that that's it. So now we have the heavy metal shit inside. Now we screw it. They love me. Because we are not only making here noises, our friend Candy, so his name is Andy, but we call him Candy Andy, he likes candy. So Candy Andy, nicknamed Candy. He is sanding my front and rear bumper, and he put the primer on it. So the compressor is running in the next garage here, and we have here the huge compressor and all the shit. So today my neighbors will love me. So it's easier to press it together or still to wrap it like this and then put it together. Then when you want to have it somewhere like this, that's a tiny tip. Your drive shaft and your rear shafts are really tight, because when that goes off or when that breaks, you don't want to sit in the car. That will cut your car in half if it breaks by, I don't know, 250. That's the reason why I always do one more. So when I have 4 screws, I always check 5. Then I have 1 screw double, so I know I don't forget anything, or by the wheel shaft. I have 6 screws, so I go once around and 1 more to be sure I don't forget 1. Or sometimes I go double around, because that is pretty dangerous. Okay. So now the car would be finished, right? Well, we got finished. Hey YouTube! Here comes our friend. You don't want to be on YouTube. That's the candy. Guy what I'm talking about. I put a new sealing on the exhaust because the old sealing is broke. Work smarter, not harder. So that's just for a short time until our cameraman will order a new sealing. But that should be all for that time easily. Trip to Rijeka to visit our friends in Riga and maybe to visit Sandy's mom. We really miss her. Do we? Sandy's mom, yes? Turn it off. We fixed yesterday the differential bushings from Zed, so we changed all 3 of them. And the owner, Marco, the cameraman, says it feels like a completely new car, so the noise is completely gone. We made the test drive yesterday, and that was the problem. We solved it. It just broke me my back, but that's fine. Worth it.
Stefan.
Yes.